Today I traded SPY, Amazon, NVDA. That's it. I really wish I would have gotten into Tesla. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't get into Microsoft because it's been really difficult to trade the last month. And in hindsight, I'm looking back, I'm glad I didn't. It's still stuck in this opening 5-minute candle. And yeah, I just sort of watched the cues. I don't know why I didn't trade it. I'm trying to trade less, but I also, I don't want to pass up decent trades. So, I'm not sure how to balance that better. I wish this had continuity. I'll fix that later. So, what did I do? NVIDIA is quite obvious. I've been talking about NVIDIA all month. When did I enter? I'm not going to talk about why I took it and all that. I entered on a 5. I put this in the chat as well. A 5 inside fiber triggered an inside 10, which ultimately would also trigger an inside 15. So this was my entry. Inside 5 right here. So also what I'm looking at when I got into this was the fact that it had flipped the day back green, right? So if we open here at the blue line, we went down, we're all down here, and here it has flipped green, and then when my trigger actually triggered, my day is green, so I already know that I've changed continuity back up, which is obviously what we want. So inside 5, then is the inside 10, right? And then you have this inside 15, which is where I added, right? And I said in the chat that I was going to add to my favorites on the inside 15. But again, I'm trying to trade less. So the only thing that I added to was Amazon. But you could have added to Tesla. You could have added to a lot of things, right? So, and add is not the right word. This was my entry for the day on Amazon. Here, right? So we've moved about $3. It's doing quite well. I am currently up 43%, but it's been as high as 60, just based off of, volatility like this type of move in 15 minutes will give you more. And then I'm obviously in weekly contracts, short week, doesn't matter. And then SPY, I traded SPY quite early. There's an inside fiber that I just couldn't pass up. Pardon me, not inside, it was a hammer fiber that also I added on an inside 15, pardon me. This I couldn't pass up. So I entered SPY here, and in the chat I said I'm already in SPY. So this was a risky entry. So I went in a little light because the daily opens right here, right? So not the highest probability entry, but again, I'm bullish across the market. If I'm looking at the day, I'm wanting this 2 down, 2 up day, right? So 5-minute hammer is my first entry. My add is when we get back above the open and we flip the day green, which is here on the 15. Inside 15ers were great across the board today. I haven't even really looked at 60s and 30s, which I don't advise, but that's just the way the day worked out for me. So yeah, was in here. I got into the 590s and they did a lot of work. They did very well. Got in the money, no longer in the money, barely. But yeah, so I only have runners on those. And what happened up here? So I did something that I have this habit, which I don't love, that I haven't, I don't think I've spoken about on video, and I should, so I can go back and see if I ever progress. But I exited the trade into strength, which is ultimately what I want, right? So I exited around this area. Let me draw a box actually, because that's more honest. I exited, oh, my boxes are clicking. Hold on. I need to check this NVIDIA alert. Okay, and Amazon. Things must be going down a little bit. Oh, no, big deal. yeah, not worried about that at all. These fibers don't really matter to me. Yeah, inside 15. Just good to know about. This is also an inside 15. I'll put the load there. Just to know. Okay, so back to SPY. I exited somewhere in this area. Probably not at the top of that candle. I'm not that good at trading. But regardless, I exited before I had a 5 against me, right? And I don't want to do that. It's just like I waited so long to be in the money, and I just took my money. So I had a little bit of like, take it now and leave a runner, anxiety. And when I do that and then I see that I didn't have a 5 against me, I just like get into another trade without really taking my time to look at the charts and assess if I have a decent actionable signal. So like around, I couldn't even tell you where, but within these 10 minutes, I got into tomorrow SPYs, which I think I may have gotten kicked out. Let me check. Yeah. So it was just a silly thing that I do. And I get like pretty far out the money. Like I got 160, not 160. I got 600 SPY tomorrow. Because sometimes the contract price is just like, I don't know, calling my name. I think it was like $20 each. But it's a terrible habit that I have. When I get out and I'm like, I don't think I should have gotten out, I just get back in without taking a beat. So something I'm going to have to really assess and work on. Looking at this now though, if I get this inside 15 a hammer, then a tomorrow contract isn't a terrible idea. It's after 12 o'clock. So way after. So it's approaching 1 o'clock. So I don't want to trade any more 0 days personally, especially after such a win. So if I do get back into SPY, it will be a contract for tomorrow. Let me see what the 30. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, no reason to get out unless you're in a 0 day, which I obviously was. So all good there. And hopefully I'll get a reason to get back in. I wonder what the week. Yeah, so what we're looking for is a 3-2 week. Pardon me. But tomorrow is turnaround Tuesday. I know it's actually Wednesday, but short week, so you just never know what you're going to get. We could just fall back down and have a 3-2 continuation down, fill this gap. So we'll see what I do. Unsure right now, but ultimately that's what I have done today. Quite bullish still on Amazon and NVDA, and I can pull up Tesla. Like I am a little annoyed that I didn't take it. You know, when you're trying new things, trying to be a little bit better. I'm sure it gave a 5 and a 15 entry. There's no wick. So this is me not paying attention. Seeing that there's no wick at the bottom, or like a baby one, this is an obvious long for my trading style. So yeah, tons of regret and disappointment on that. Yeah, beautiful inside 15. I bet you had a great 5er to get you in. Well, maybe not. Interesting. So yeah, you would have had to wait for this inside 15er on Tesla. And I wonder how well this is moving, like contract prices moving today. Yeah, you would have had to, like, I don't know, get in on a 3. Even still, Tesla shot right out of the gate. Pretty aggressive. Interesting. Maybe I'm not too disappointed. That would have been a difficult one to catch. All right.